Your thoughts on, I mean, we've asked you this every preseason. I know you want to get some time in, but just the caution of not playing on Saturday.
Yeah, just trusting what coach is saying, what he's thinking. He's the guy in charge, so following what he's saying. That's all I'm doing. And if he said play, I'd be playing. So that's how it is.
You played so many regular season games in a row, right? Have you, in the preseason over the years, learned anything about what to take out of that when you're kind of watching for a whole game?
Yeah, I mean, just staying in it, cheering on your guys. This is a very pivotal moment for some guys trying to make the roster and trying to make a living for themselves and their families. So I understand the gravity of these games and what they mean to certain guys, and I just want to make sure that I give them my full attention and a lending ear and a lending mind if they need it. And just trying to help out as much as possible.
You looking forward to getting a chance to catch up with Dayball? I know you guys have maintained a pretty close relationship since he left.
Yeah, love that guy. Obviously a Buffalo native, so I know that a lot of people here love him too. So yeah, it'll be good to see him.
Back shoulder balls that Keon have been look like they've been an emphasis in camp. How would you just describe the progress you've made with those back shoulders that Keon from beginning of camp or beginning of the offseason to now?
Yeah, a lot of progress. I think going back and looking at the film from last year, not just with him but with all of our guys, and going back and studying some of the best guys to throw go routes, where to leave those balls. Giving our guys a chance, not throwing them out of bounds. Obviously, you see those long, deep throws, and it's just like, all right, it's starting to tail out of bounds, and can't. They say 99% of balls that go out of bounds aren't catchable. So I don't know who said that stat, but that's what it is. And just trying to give our guys a chance to make a play.
Connor McGovern mentioned last week that, especially second year as your center, he's taken on some more responsibility at the line. How can that help you in terms of him making some of those calls and then you confirming them? What process did you guys, building the relationship, but getting that comfort with him over the past year to where you trust him?
Yeah, trust him implicitly. He's a very smart guy. He's in the huddle. I trust what he's seeing, what he's thinking. He knows what he's doing. He's a great player. He's a great human being. And I've got no doubt when he's making calls, there's no corrections. He's seeing it and he's doing it. He's very, very fun to work with.
Were you able to accomplish what you wanted to this camp, considering how many pieces were missing every day, whether it was injuries or Cook with the hold in or anything like that?
Yeah, guys are stepping up, making plays. The opportunity to throw to maybe guys that I wouldn't have or haven't have in the past. Trying to get on the same page with 5 and 18 as well as 0. But yeah, guys did a great job of learning what they were doing, going out there and executing, flying around. Our defense is flying around, making some plays too. So coming together as a team, that's what you want in camp, and I think that's what we did in terms of guys getting to know each other, meshing and gelling, and hopefully we can carry that going over into Buffalo, into the preseason, and then ultimately start the regular season and try to go 1-0.
How do you weigh the Cook situation as a teammate and as a player?
Yeah, it's no doubt that we all want him out there with us. I got no say in what goes on behind closed doors, and I'm a big advocate of everybody getting theirs and getting paid, and sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and that's kind of where it's at.
How has that impacted you during practice? Brandon said something to the effect the other day of how, you and Sean are the two most impacted by it during practice. So what's that been like?
Guys going out, it's no different than, Khalil being out with an ankle. Guys are stepping up, making plays, and, it was good for Ray to get some of these reps and getting on the same page with Ty again, who I think is our best third down back in the game, and just gives them a couple more opportunities. But James is who he is, and he's one of the best running backs in the league, and he'd be crazy not to say we don't want him out there. We desperately want him out there with us, and hopefully something can get done.
Sean said he's still been in all the meetings. You guys are brothers, like you've talked about. Is it something where he's kind of going through something, just putting your arm around him and just being there for him too?
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, there is this huge business piece to this game. It's the hardest part. A lot of people don't understand it. He's holding out, he's holding in, whatever he's doing, and people want to. But hey, this is it's generational stuff. It's wealth for you and your family. It's it's not a small chunk of change, and making sure that he's healthy and still going through the mental reps, and he's still doing that. He's a pro, and he knows what he's doing.
What's it meant for that group up front to have Spencer back the last couple of days? He really seemed to blossom last year.
Yeah, no, Spencer's one of the guys in the locker room that everybody kind of looks to for his mentality. He's a dog, and to have him back out there and just kind of like the quiet meanness that he has. He plays with a real chip on his shoulder, and you see it when he plays. And we played our final Catan game last night, and he wasn't first, second, or third. I'll tell you that. So he was a little angry today about it, and I'm sure he threw around a few guys that didn't warrant it, but he had to get some anger out. So
Sean said that the team wasn't really where he wanted to be when you guys practiced in Orchard Park, but he felt this last week you guys have really stepped it up. Well, what did you guys do to kind of catch up a little bit to get where you need to be?
just trusting the process. Keep getting into your playbook. Trying to stack days and just have good practices. That's all it takes. Guys being locked in and ready to go in the morning, and then during meetings being laser focused and trying to correct things that may have went wrong on the field. So I think it was just more attention to detail.
Is Galileo a general topic of discussion between snaps?
No, I mean a few of the linemen had bet that I couldn't somehow fit the word Galileo into my mic'd up segment, so I figured something out.
Did you research him, or
It's just is that not common knowledge?
Just gave out a couple Ryder Cup tickets. Why was that important, or something that you felt like you should do?
Yeah, well, I know the Bills have had them for a while. Obviously, it's in New York this year, so why not have only New York teams send some of our Bills Mafia fans over there? Nate's he's a great guy. He golfs a lot. I don't know if you guys are on Instagram, but I believe his tag's Nate the Golf Guy or Nate the Golfer. One of those. And he's got a good swing. So it was a cool moment.
Josh, Sean said that Mitch is going to start the preseason game. What's been your impression of his offseason and training camp so far?
Of Mitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch is every day he's the same exact guy. He knows who he is. He works extremely hard. He's doing everything he can right now to continue to improve, and I love him. I love all of the quarterbacks in our room. We've had such a great year and a half together. Mike got here last year, and then obviously Shane has been here for 2 years now, and it's a very good group. All of our attitudes and personalities kind of mesh well with each other, and we love coming to work each day and hanging out with each other. But yeah, he's just putting his head down and working as hard as he can, and he's making some good plays out there, and hopefully we can roll that into the game on Saturday.
Obviously, he's someone you've known. He was here earlier in your career, and then came back. Like, with Mitch specifically, what is your relationship like with him? But, like, he's obviously seen a lot of different things in this league. Like, what's it like what is he like, I guess, in your relationship with him?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of his football, he's played in a lot of really big games in his life, and to have somebody with that experience who's seen those things, and he's been around a couple offenses, and having that mindset and that knowledge, it's a great tool for me. And then off the field, we're pretty buddy. So it's, I'd say the same thing with all three of those guys, but we hang out a lot. Quarterback dinners are a thing that we do during the season, and get to hang out with each other even more than we already do, because we spend so much time together during the season, in meetings and walkthroughs and practices and more meetings, eating lunch and breakfast together, and then we get to supplement that with some off the field hanging out, and just three really, really great human beings that I don't just trust on the field. I would trust them with my life off the field. It's a pretty cool room that we have.
Josh, I think you said on the first day of camp that if you want to get better at football, this is the place you need to be. How in the last 2.5 weeks do you feel like your team has gotten better at football?
Yeah, I think we've come together pretty well. I think what our defense is doing right now is it's going to be pretty tough for quarterbacks and opposing offenses. Guys are flying around. They know their assignments. And then offensively, again, just adding the pieces that we've gotten over this offseason, and just trying to get them up to speed with us. And just trying to go out there and play our best ball.
Who stood out to you on the defense as you've gone up against them during camp?
Matt Milano looks pretty dang good. He's flying around. He's Christian Benford, obviously, I think is one of the premier cornerbacks in the league and doesn't get talked about enough. But I think he likes it that way. And I think AJ Epinesa, Greg Rousseau, they've had pretty good camps as well.
Thank you guys.